Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson causes an uproar as he says he will stand by President Trump in deporting violent criminals. Let's check it out.
Well, there was an uproar in Dallas tonight after the mayor promised to support President-elect Trump's plans for mass deportations.
Mayor Eric Johnson went public with his support on Fox News, but now that's put him at odds with several city council members.
They just told Cole Sullivan Mayor Johnson doesn't speak for them or the city.
Some of Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson's city council colleagues are angry at him once again, this time for comments about President Trump's mass deportation plans.
Will you deport?
Of course we'd support that. Of course we'd stand by President Trump in an effort to get rid of people in our country illegally who have violent criminal records or who commit violent criminal acts here.
Those comments on Fox Business last week caused quick backlash.
The Latino community of Dallas needs to know that they are safe, that they are welcome here. And it's outrageous to have someone who calls themselves a leader in this city to say otherwise.
Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Adam Bazaldua says he was personally insulted by the mayor's remarks.
We are an inclusionary city. We want to be inclusive of all.
The mayor.
But you're not a sanctuary city. We'll get to sanctuary cities in Texas in a little bit, but he says the Latino community needs to feel welcome. He's not talking about people with brown skin. He's talking about people that are here illegally committing crimes. And why does he assume that he's talking about people with brown skin only? He could be talking about people from China. Doesn't matter, from China, Haiti, Iran. It does not matter. You're El Salvador. If you're coming across the border and committing crimes, you are a target. You're the primary target.
Also described the impact of migrants as a strain on the city.
It's a strain on our school system. It's a strain on our hospital system. There are hidden costs to having a porous, open border, and we need to shut that down.
In response, councilmember, Army vet, and son of formerly undocumented parents Jaime Resendez wrote, quote, "If the mayor and others like him truly believe immigrants and their children are only a strain, perhaps they should have been willing to go to war in my place." Johnson's office did not respond to a request for an interview. The Dallas mayor has no more voting power than the 14 council members he sits alongside.
The mayor has a vote that weighs just as much as mine. You need 7 colleagues on this council to get anything done.
In Dallas.
You know, these people are ridiculous. Are you trying to harbor violent criminals in the city of Dallas? And plus, the city of Dallas went 5% to the right this past election. It's the county of, Dallas County moved from 33% for Trump in 2020 to 38% in 2024. So Dallas County as a whole is going more to the right. And people actually support this. They don't want a flood of people coming across the border into their city. And there's nothing wrong with what Mayor Eric Adams said. Having a porous border causes a strain on resources, the hospitals, taxpayer money, schooling. It does. I mean, there's nothing wrong with what he said. But we'll get to sanctuary cities next. They must have forgotten about this.
Legal immigration is different from harboring people who have committed dangerous crimes. This law cracks down on policies like the Travis County Sheriff, who declared that she would not detain known criminals accused of violent crimes. Who can forget Kate Steinle's tragic murder 2 years ago, a murder that was blamed on sanctuary city policies? Kate's killer was in the country illegally and had been deported 5 times. He had 7 felony convictions and was on probation in Texas at the time he killed Kate Steinle. He should never have been in this country. If he hadn't, Kate would still be alive today.
Governor Abbott signs a bill banning sanctuary cities in the state of Texas.
Texas has now banned sanctuary cities in the Lone Star State. Now let's be clear. A reason why so many people come to America is because we are a nation of laws, and Texas is doing its part to keep it that way.
So that was controversial. That was back in 2017 when he signed that. So that was a while back, almost 8 years ago. And so Texas is not like California. It's not like New York, Massachusetts, and all these other blue states, Illinois. Texas is a law and order state, and you cannot harbor illegal aliens in your city, especially violent criminals. So I'm fully by Eric. I stand by Mayor Eric Johnson in Dallas. He was a Democrat. If for those of you who don't know, he was a Democrat, and he switched over to the Republican Party because Democrats became too radical. And he never came off as a hardcore, true blue Democrat, in my opinion, or a radical leftist. He was always more, free speech kind of guy, fiscally conservative, based on what I knew about him. And then you get the news that he is now a Republican. I wonder if he's aiming for a higher office, because now he's been mayor of the largest city in Texas. So I wonder if he has his sights set on being the governor of the state sometime. We'll see. But I'm glad that he came out and said that. Very controversial things to say in a blue city, be a Republican mayor of a big blue city. But hey, the law is the law. You can't harbor criminals, and you got the violent criminals, get them out of the jails. You get them off the streets in these neighborhoods where people feel unsafe in their apartments. You get rid of those people first, and it's a public safety issue. Doesn't matter if from China, doesn't matter if from Iran or Haiti, wherever. I'm staying countries off the top of my head that we've seen people come across the border come from. So it doesn't matter if you're from El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, or Mexico, or China. Or, like I said, it's illegal is illegal, and violent criminals have to go first. But yeah, nothing wrong with what Mayor Eric Johnson said. I'm going to leave that right there. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.